The threat of extreme storms will always be a part of everyday life for inhabitants of the Texas Gulf Coast region. From severe thunderstorms that lead to major flood events, to hurricanes that bring damaging storm surges ahead of the violent wind and heavy rains, these events impact the lives of millions of people every year. The Texas coastline spans 367 miles from Port Arthur to Port Isabel, and according to the Texas Comptroller, is home to more than 7 million inhabitants, with a population density of 580 people per square mile. The Texas Gulf Coast region is particularly susceptible to extreme storms for several reasons, but can attribute its exposure primarily to its geography. Because most inhabitants live near the coastline, its elevation is a key factor in its vulnerability. Another contributing factor is the numerous rivers that flow into the Gulf of Mexico that routinely flood in the event of extreme weather occurrences. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's report on North America predicts a significant increase in annual precipitation in addition to rising mean temperatures across the continent. This prediction is significant because the infrastructure in cities like Houston, Texas, are not sufficient to handle the amount of water that is produced by extreme storm events, such as Hurricane Harvey in 2017, and most recently Tropical Depression Imelda that poured over 40 inches of rain on the city in 48 hours. The future impact of such extreme storms is somewhat difficult to quantify, due in large part to uncertainties in the nature and pace of adaptations that populations and societal infrastructure will undergo in response to long-term climate change. In other words, how quickly cities will proactively implement changes is extremely difficult to predict. One possible solution to this problem is tunneling. In an article published by the infrastructure project management company Freese and Nichols, author Brian Gettinger explains that tunneling can help alleviate flooding by essentially rerouting stormwater underground. He further explains, tunneling allows conveyance of high flow rates by gravity through dense urban areas with minimal impact to community, businesses, traffic, and the environment. The City of Houston applied for and was awarded a grant to study the validity of this concept. A solution like this has the potential to reduce the economic impact of extreme storms, but more importantly, the ability to save countless lives.